do a quick prayer, though.
Yeah.
Dear Lord, thank you for this beautiful day. Thank you for all the blessings. Thank you for everybody that surrounds us. Please bless everybody's extended family, everybody's extended friends. Please bless the rest of the week. Bless the conversation that we're about to have. Say this in my name, George Jesus Christ, amen. But y'all had a crazy week, dog.
Yeah.
I seen it.
Oh yeah, it was
like y'all had a crazy week.
Hey,
as far as like what I seen,
bro. When I say it was nonstop, people were still coming at 1 a.m. to come work out. It was like that. I thought it was for 4 days. Erica's like, no, babe, it's been 6.
It was that whole week.
6 days straight. Straight, fool.
At 1 a.m, people coming for their last
We're getting 50 walk-ins a day. 50, bro. We ran out of waivers twice. Twice. We had to print them 3 different times.
Have you ever had that?
Fuck no, that shit will go like maybe once a month. You know what I mean? Once a month and a half, depending. But not in shit. We were running out like crazy. Like every other day having to go print, which is a good problem to have. You know what I mean?
Y'all had to get ink.
Oh, yeah. For the printers, yeah, no, for the printers, yeah, over there. At the tax service, but it was cool, man. We got a lot of love. A lot of people showed us a lot of love on there, man. A lot of people actually liked it. They're like, hey, man, I like this environment. I like this energy. If I got $1 for every time we heard that,
yeah.
Oh, and they were just.
You know, it makes it better because like I was here like that Monday. Those people came out of town from Boston.
Yeah.
But you were here too.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you're here throughout except for like
after
1 a.m.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. After 5 o'clock, we're gone.
But I'm pretty sure people like seeing that.
Oh yeah.
Like the
owners here.
Yeah.
Like y'all the owners. Like yeah, we offered. They were just really moved by the hospitality we gave. They're like, man, I feel at home here. Like I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
The energy, the vibe, everything.
Everybody's lips were good.
They're like, man, I love this. They're like, I wish my place was like this.
So you felt like they left. They left this place fucking ready.
Oh yeah, they were still coming even after they competed. They still came back
for real
to come fuck around one more last time after. You know what I mean?
It was nationals, right?
Yeah.
And I'm barely getting used to all this.
Age division, that's yeah.
Yeah.
That was an experience, dog. I'm not gonna lie, that was an experience.
What'd you take from it?
What I took from it, I learned what these youngsters gotta go through, man. To the day of, because their weigh-ins is not like ours. We get to weigh in a day before and refeed. Their comp and weigh-in is the day of. So they have to come in depleted. You know what I mean? And they're trying to make a certain thing with dots.
Bare weight.
Yeah. And I'm talking about, we see people throwing up, looking bad because
they have no like carbs.
Nothing. They ain't got nothing.
Water.
Fully depleted.
Not like barely even any water.
Barely anything.
Want to fuck shit up.
And then you imagine trying to put this back in you an hour or two before you take the platform. That's crazy as opposed to us, like where, we have a day to do this. You know what I mean? So I learned a lot from it. Like I took a lot, like I gained a new respect for it, but me personally, I wouldn't like to operate under those conditions. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's intense.
That sounds like
it's like the torture. It's the utmost challenging performance you're ever gonna meet.
So for people that don't know, like the powerlifting, they're showing up drained practically.
Yeah.
And they're gonna load up the heaviest they've ever done.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think I can say they have in their favor is they're young. You know what I mean? So youth is on their side.
They got the drive.
Yeah, so it's there. Because, man, we've seen some amazing stuff happen. Like, really.
And one thing I want to point out is, like, I seen, what's his name? He comes here a lot. I saw the post where he bled.
Oh yeah, Tristan.
Tristan.
Yeah, we were there, but we had to leave because we were already getting crunched for time. Because it was already getting close to having.
Why was he bleeding?
He got overexcited and headbutted the bar. See, but for him at that moment, it was do or die. It was all in or nothing.
They didn't stop it? They didn't try to stop it?
I mean, you're in the mode, you're on the platform, you're on the stage, you know what I mean?
So they left it up to him though.
I
saw he finished.
Yeah.
But they left it up to him.
Yeah. Wired some stitches and some staples. So he's all right.
That's what you said about young people.
Yeah. I mean, the resilience of these young bucks, man, just astounds me.
That's crazy.
I never understood how they train. Their methods of training now are different to the methods of training we're used to. Right? Like say, I'm going into a meet. I at least give myself 6 to 7 days of rest as my last training day, you know what I mean? And it won't even be heavy, it'll be probably a 50%, 60% weight that I come in here just to touch up on before.
Yeah.
These guys train different. They give themselves a day or two to recover. I guess it's called priming yourself up for the big number.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I never understood that from our aspect of things because energy, rest, food, hydration is your best friend when it comes to this. So that was the only thing I have a hard time grasping on that aspect of how they compete. But I mean, to each their own. You know what I mean?
So most guys when they're coming here, they're not shooting for that big number for like during
it's just something easy to get on the board that doesn't disqualify you. Because if you bomb out, say I go in on squat and I shoot too high, and if I don't get any of the 3 lifts, it eliminates me from competing for the rest of the meet. You know what I mean? Like nothing's gonna count. So you have to at least get on the board to even continue. So that's why they open up something moderate. You know what I mean? To be able to keep going, and that's for every lift.
That's great. It sounds like you gotta time it.
Yeah, like there was
a guy. Time it like right.
There was a guy who had a horrible experience at the meet. I think he was the only one that did it. He didn't get his opener on squat or second or third attempt.
Damn.
So at that point, anybody would be like, there's no point in finishing the meet because nothing you do is going to count. This youngster's still winning. Finished the meet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he came back and killed it, but it didn't count. You know what I'm saying? But to him, the training and everything he put into it, he wasn't going to just leave it on the table like, nah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He went and finished even though it didn't count for nothing. So
what's one of the people that came in that was like, because it's statewide.
Oh yeah, it's
so nationwide. Like, what was it like the furthest that somebody came?
Hey, bro,
or nationwide? Sorry, yeah, you're right, nationwide.
Yeah, people from France.
Damn.
France.
That's wild.
Yeah. Crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool that it brings it to like Corpus, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it brings it to Corpus, brings it to the compound.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's wild. The sport does that, you know, it's allowed to do that.
You get to meet a lot of great and amazing people, like, and you get to see how much talent is actually out there. You know what I mean? And mind you, all these competitors are naturally strong. No PEDs. You know what I mean? I'm talking about naturally strong. I seen a dude that weighed 150, 160.
Yeah.
Right before we left, I believe he pulled right under 700 for a triple. Yeah. Naturally strong, bro. Yeah. Probably about your weight. You know what I mean? Damn. Not a little bit less. 700 for a triple. Crazy. It's naturally strong, insanely strong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you get to see what's out there. And mind you, some of these kids are 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. You know what I mean? Like, it's amazing. It's crazy.
That's pretty wild, man.
Yeah. It's a badass thing to be able to witness and be a part of, man. It
I'm
really
glad I
moved
was
us.
able. Yeah, I'm glad I was able to see that traction. From even from the screen because I was only here a couple days and then saw people coming in.
Yeah.
Being in this place and then seeing that motion, and then I feel like you threw it out there like you set yourself up to where y'all could welcome these people.
Yeah. I treated it as if anything else. You know what I mean? Like, okay, we're gonna pre-advertise this so they're not left looking for nowhere to, you know what I mean, train or anything like that. And I know the hospitality we extend to these people, you know what I mean, like it's gonna make them perform even better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and it's not. We don't do this because there's something to gain. It's who we are, and you know that. I mean, you've been with us quite a while.
Yeah.
So I just wanted them to be as comfortable as possible and train to get the best out of their performance that they could while they were here.
Yeah.
And their experience. You know what I mean? And a lot of them loved it, man. They're like, hey, man, I feel at home. Thank y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, they were even messaging us after, like, hey, thank you. And the word, it's crazy because we're in a different generation of time, right? Social media is the outlet for today's news.
Yeah.
And these kids are on group chats and, what have you. Yeah. It's spread like a wildfire, man. Like, ridiculously insane. Like, oh yeah, such and such. You know what I mean? Told me, boo, boo, boo. Go check this place out. Man, it's badass. You're gonna love it. You know what I mean? The people there are cool. The owners are badass. Like, man, they're really friendly people, cool. Yeah. And, I like that. You know what I mean?
Y'all set the setting.
It moved us. Like, they got to see what we offered here. You know what I mean? I always tell people, just come get the Iron Compound experience. I can't put it in words.
Yeah.
You got to experience for yourself.
The energy, the vibe.
Yeah, the energy is just, it's different. You know what I mean?
I hear that, man.
I mean, you're here all the time, bro. You know what's up. You see when we're here, the guys are here. It just gets, you know what I mean? It's real. It's genuine.
Yeah, that's right.
Nothing's fake. You know what I mean? So I think that's what God's told we're at, man. Just being genuine with the people. You know what I mean? Having that close relationship with every single one of our members. Yeah. I mean, even the strangers. Everybody knows when they come in, hey, you see a new face, make them feel welcome. Go extend, you know what I mean, your hand, offer them spot, assistance, anything they need. I know the routine, you know how we operate, you know what I mean? Y'all were once the new guys, so y'all know what it is, you know what I'm saying? And it's been a big blessing, man, it carries over.
I think, because like even in big commercial gyms, a lot of people stay away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's that like, I'm doing this over here. And then it being the space that it is, you're bound to come across somebody's mad or, hey, are you using this or using that?
Yeah.
But it opens it up for like, hey, you need a spot.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people don't even want to ask. Yeah. I remember me personally was like, I don't want to ask for a spot.
Yeah.
But you want to be safe. You want to make sure that your lips are what they are. They're going to be safe. You're going to feel like you got something done without getting hurt. Yeah. And I feel like y'all definitely build that.
Our job is to be welcoming and first and foremost safety. Yeah. I mean, you've seen some wild shit happen here with some of the accidents that happened, even myself. You know what I mean? Like, you've seen firsthand. Everybody's witnessed firsthand.
Yeah,
so safety is the most important part that we play here because you don't ever want to see nobody go down from this. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because it could be a career-ending accident. You know what I mean?
You're pushing the limit. You're pushing the weight.
So we really stress that here.
That's crazy.
We really, really stress that, man.
I want to switch gears a little bit.
Yeah.
The Hulk.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite superhero?
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. How that came about? Been through a lot of shit, man. And one thing I learned, as from superhero wise, the Hulk was somebody that couldn't die, that couldn't be destroyed.
That's right.
Indestructible.
Yeah.
Even if he got tore off the frame,
he
was gonna come back. You know what I mean?
I did a little research. He's he's one of the superheroes that his recovery or ability to recover is quick. That's how they made him.
Yeah.
And his power and strength are like it's not on a scale.
Yeah.
That's what they made it. It said I heard that his power and strength could take down a planet.
Yeah.
If he really wanted to.
Yeah.
But he's a good guy, right?
Yeah.
You know. So I wondered about that.
Yeah.
You know.
That's how I came about it, man. I've been through a lot of, crazy things throughout my life, and
so let's talk about that.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, like
no, yeah.
Just early childhood. Here, even I think you're born here, right?
Yeah, born and raised.
Born and raised, Corpus Christi. What was that like for a young Daniel?
Me, I didn't grow up normal. I didn't grow up your average kid. You know what I mean? I was shown and groomed to be something ahead of my time, ahead of my age. I didn't live a normal kid's life. You know what I mean? Yeah. While other kids were playing with toys, I was learning other things.
Yeah.
Really to survive, to get by.
Yeah.
To not get eaten up by the world, right? So I didn't have a normal childhood. I was already mentally advanced.
What time what age would you say like
Shit,
you
I
kind of like
early at 7 years old, man.
Where it clicked, you're like
7 years old. From just I'm the oldest of three brothers, right? So growing up in the time period that I grew up in, the oldest helped out with the younger siblings.
Yeah.
I had a job, a duty early. Get your brothers up. Make sure they brush their teeth. Make sure they take a bath for school. Make sure they got their clothes. I didn't live a normal life like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I guess once my family saw that I was way more advanced than what I was, I became trusted and
more responsibility.
Yeah, responsibility came more on my plate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but like I said, I didn't grow up normal. I grew up around drugs, gang activity, heavily involved at an early age. You know what I mean? Like I said, nothing was normal. But to me, what I grew up around, it was survival. So that's how I was brought up. You know what I mean? None of this was ever in the picture. Yeah. Ever.
Not even lifting or
nothing.
Just survival.
Yeah, just survival, period. Yeah. Right? Taught to hustle, taught to grind. You know what I mean? Taught to get it by any means necessary, whether it was good or bad. That's how I was shown. It was either eat or get eaten. You know what I mean? And where I come from, the neighborhood I grew up in.
What's that?
In La Cuarenta.
Cuarenta.
Very known. You know what I mean? We're the only neighborhood that was enforced with a gang injunction from California where we had a curfew.
Damn.
The only neighborhood in this whole city that ever adopted those methods from California. Yeah. And what I mean by that is brother couldn't hang around brother, cousin couldn't hang around cousin. If you did, you were going to jail. You know what I mean? Because
it was that serious.
It was that serious. So we had a curfew.
Yeah, no, like I know the space.
Yeah.
I went to Miller.
Yeah.
Right.
So you know.
Yeah, I know. What would you say is like the endpoints? Because I always wonder, like, it's like, because I know it's like Agnes.
It's Agnes, Ruth, Baldwin, and Morgan.
And would you say that square, like not square footage, I guess, but like
the area?
Yeah, area. Like, how big would you compare that area?
Shoot, man.
It could be like
it really ain't too big. You know what I mean? Like, it's a good little section.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
it was a lot of activity.
Oh yeah.
What years was that?
On what?
Like during that time, I guess during
shit,
your
I
time.
grew up. I was groomed and raised by hustlers and gangsters from the '90s. So I grew up.
Even before that.
Yeah, so I grew up in a different era. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, like I said, I'm ahead of my time. I mean, which I'm grateful for because it grew me to be who I am today. Everything that I learned from that, I transferred over and applied to this. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, how am I gonna make this work? You know what I'm saying? Like, and all it was, okay, I already am who I am with my heart. Let's go another route and apply it in a different aspect. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I did with it, man. That's how we really became successful throughout all this. All I ever did was apply what I learned from the streets to the business sense. You know what I mean? And they really go hand in hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just they're just called different things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I want to touch on because something you told me is like, because I asked you, have you ever been interviewed? You told me, yeah, CT Fletcher.
Yeah.
And everybody in the lifting world, the bodybuilding world, they should know CT Fletcher. And I looked up the video. It's a good video that they made, and then how you spoke about your life and upbringing, and then where you're at now during that time. What's one thing you can contribute to you making that switch from your old life to your new life? You know what I mean?
The thing that got me to really, really change, man, honestly, was I already started when I got out of jail the last time, right? I went back for 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
I looked around and I was already 35, right?
Okay.
Went back, did 9 months. Thank God that it didn't turn into the years because they were trying to go that route because of my history.
Yeah.
I was blessed and fortunate enough to receive only 9 months, and they sent me to a program, right? So when I got there, I looked around and I saw a bunch of older heads. And I'm talking about the 50s, 60s, 70s, some even their 80s, that had been doing this their whole life. So I stopped and I looked around and I said, damn, you're already halfway there in life, in years, right? It's like, damn, something's got to give. I never thought I was better than nobody, but I knew I was better than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, something's got to give, man. And believe it or not, dog, like they teach you some shit that whether you want to learn and apply it is totally up to you.
You're talking about the program?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it taught me something like, okay, when you get released from here, what is your plan? What is your purpose? Right? You got to have something to keep you going from going back and doing what you were doing that got you in the same predicament over and over.
Yeah.
And at the time, I really didn't have an answer, right? So I was still trying to find myself. I just know that something had to give. So I'll never forget, man, that I just knew I had to change something, right? It had to start within me. I'll never forget when I was walking out the gate, guard told me, "Oh, you'll be back."
You think he did that on purpose? You think like I don't? You didn't even know the guard, right? Or maybe you.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know. I didn't know at all.
They do shifts, right?
Yeah.
But you think they do that on purpose to be like, hey, you know
Some of them, but majority of them are gonna tell you that because they see you as a failure, because they see so many people come in doing the same shit over and over.
Yeah.
You're back again. You weren't even out a year.
Yeah.
Right. And the recidivism rate in the United States, bro.
Yeah, it's reoccurring.
It's reoccurring. Yeah. Most inmates upon release go back within a year.
Yeah.
Whether it be a violation or new charges.
Yeah.
So I started off small. I said, okay, I'm gonna play this off slow motion. Right? I said, I'm gonna try to make it that year so I could break that chart that they have me in.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we're gonna start off small.
Would you say that program was the first like kind of light that was shined on personal development? Like, would you contribute to personal development?
Yeah, definitely.
So and then
it opened my eyes. You know what I mean?
Being in the world that you knew before, it wasn't like that, right?
Fuck, no,
like you didn't have people talking about goals.
Yeah.
You didn't have people talking about fucking like just making yourself better.
Yeah.
Instead of just survival. You know what I'm saying? So that program pretty much, I'd say you're like
it opened me up. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
You're like that percent that actually took it to heart.
Yeah.
You went past that guard, like you were gonna say. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, you're good.
You said that it wasn't
he told me
you, right?
And it hit. I ain't gonna lie, that shit hit the heart. Yeah. I'm like, this motherfucker don't even know me. Excuse me for cussing.
You good? You good?
But he goes, "Oh, don't worry, you'll be back." And just something in me it hit me hard. And my only response was, "Nah, motherfucker, you'll be back before I am." Right?
Yeah.
Because he chooses this to make his job. So
you
gotta come here every day.
That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So I knew then I had no intention of returning. You know what I mean? Yeah. That shit was done. I just had to find something that occupied my time different. You know what I mean?
So what were the steps? Like, did you still pursue personal development, or was it like you kind of made it your way? Because some people now.
I was a little older,
mm-hmm.
So my mentality and view of things was definitely different. You know what I mean? You start maturing, and some of us are forced to mature faster than others.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it all depends on the person whether they want to or not.
Because the world is still out here.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That shit's still
the
going.
Same people.
Yeah.
The same people.
When I got out after that 9 months, and I went back to my neighborhood, and I'm like, damn, I was stuck on standing still while the world kept going, and y'all are still doing the same shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I was just like, God damn, like, you know, so I gave myself a little bit of time before I went back to my neighborhood.
Okay.
Because I wasn't sure if I was ready.
Okay. That makes
sense. Because I was heavily involved in drugs and drug use.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The first thing I did when I woke up was drugs. Just to operate, just to get up and function.
Yeah, yeah.
And I had done it for so long, I had done it for 10 plus years, that I don't, in my mind and in my heart, I don't think 9 months at the time was enough for me to forget everything I had been doing for the past 10 plus. So I'm like, I'm going to give myself a little bit of time, a little bit of distance before I go back. So when I finally went back, it just so happened that somebody very close to me at the time was still involved in the same shit. Mm-hmm. And I went to go visit him. And the first thing he asked me was, "Hey, D, do me a favor. Because I hate to ask you this, I hate to even put you in this position. He's like, go pick me up a bag of this shit because I'm sick." And I'm like, damn, really just asked me that? Right? So I'm like, I know what it is to be sick. I know what it is to be fucked up like that. I did it for years.
So, you're talking about like
heroin sick.
Yeah, he was sick.
Drugs.
Okay, yeah, no, yeah.
Sick off of drugs.
That's tough.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen
I did that shit 10 plus years.
So you knew.
Yeah, so I knew what he was going through. Yeah. You know what I mean? I know what he was going through. So I'm like, you know what? I can't believe you're asking me to do this, but I'm going to go get it because I know the feeling. So when I went to go pick it up, you know, he had to wrap it up and put it in a napkin, tape it, cut it, so I wouldn't get the urge or, you know, they try to still be respectful to not let me see it.
That's crazy.
But me being me, I was curious. So I got it, I'm in the truck and I see it wrapped up in a paper, napkin, tape. So I opened it, right? And when I opened it and I held it in my hand, I looked at it and it didn't move me. And right then and there, I knew I was ready. Because the one thing that I love more than anything in the world, more than my children at the time, more than women, more than sex, I had it in the palm of my hand and it didn't move me. So right then and there, I knew I was ready.
That's fine.
And I'm like, okay, now we can proceed. You know what I mean? So after that, I ran into one of my homies. Right? There was two instances that occurred. funny. One's funny, and one is real life shit. I had a homeboy that weighed, I believe, almost 400 pounds, right? Big 6'3" motherfucker, big as shit.
Yeah.
I'm almost 400 pounds. I came home in those 9 months, and he goes to my house and he visits me. This motherfucker weighs 300 pounds. And even though he's 300 pounds, and that's still a big man, he looks skinny to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, motherfucker, like, the fuck did you do? How did you do it? He's like, man, bro, he's like, all I did was I got up and I went walking in the trails every morning.
That's why.
He goes, I would go walk for an hour. He goes, and so I wouldn't get bored. He goes, I would look at the different trails to look throughout Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
There's different ones.
Yeah.
He goes, so I wouldn't get bored doing the same thing repeatedly at the same one and want to quit. I would drive to different ones and go walk.
Just keep going.
And he didn't lift no weights, nothing. All this was just from walking.
Really?
He lost 100 pounds.
No diet change or anything?
I mean, he did.
Yeah.
But
he contributed to the walking.
You know what I mean? To the walking. He started eating better, but there was no weights involved.
Mm.
None. All this was just based off of eating better and walking.
Yeah, it does wonders.
And I'm like, damn, you did that just off of that? In 9 months, you lost 100 pounds.
That's crazy.
You almost lost the whole person. That right there was intriguing to me. It motivated me. It moved me. And I'm like, you know what? If this big motherfucker can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go get me a gym membership. And Thanksgiving was 2 or 3 weeks away. And at first I started telling myself, okay, I'm going to do what everybody else does. I'm going to wait till after Thanksgiving, and then I'm going to pursue this.
Yeah.
And then I told myself, you know what? I know myself. If I don't start now, tomorrow's not going to come. You know what I mean? After Thanksgiving's not going to come. So I started 2 or 3 weeks prior to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I started walking on the treadmill, right? For an hour. Started trying to eat a little bit better. And I started lifting a little bit of weight. It wasn't shit.
Yeah.
But I started off small.
Yeah.
Really small. And in my first month, I lost 15 pounds.
That's good.
That's huge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So after my first 30 days, it became a habit. I didn't want to miss. I couldn't miss, especially achieving such a big number in the first month.
How often were you training during that time?
Monday through Saturday.
Monday through Saturday.
Monday to Saturday.
That's pretty good.
I gave myself Sunday off.
Rest. Yeah.
So.
And just hour session?
Just an hour session.
Yeah.
Just an hour session.
And you like.
Well, I'm lying. It was an hour on the treadmill. Just walking though.
Yeah.
Nothing fast. Shit, my lungs couldn't take it.
Yeah.
I was new to it. Then I would do an hour in weights, which wasn't really shit either, but little that I know at the time was that I know now something is better than nothing. You know what I'm saying? So.
And you had no knowledge.
No knowledge of shit.
Really?
Nothing.
So like even when
I had knowledge from the penitentiary.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, I had knowledge from the penitentiary, right? But I didn't know like certain things.
Yeah.
Like what to eat, how it worked.
Mm-hmm.
I just know go out there and work out and kill it every fucking day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Till you get big.
Mm-hmm.
I always knew about the protein, but I didn't know the actual breakdown of what it was for.
Yeah, 1 gram protein.
Yeah, I never knew none of that shit, how it worked. All I knew was eat your protein and what's the other shit? Creatine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was just what I knew. Because they sold it in there.
Yeah. So you made
and amino acids. You know what I mean? So
you started off.
Yeah, I had a little bit, but I didn't know what it was for. All I knew was going. I would work out the whole time we were on the rec yard. And I'll get into how we got into the name of this later on because of that. So I started, you know what I mean? Started seeing progress. And after that, and mind you, I started off at Planet Fitness. I wasn't, in my heart, in my mind, I wasn't ready to go to the big commercial gyms, which Planet Fitness is a big commercial gym, but
it's
where all the old people go.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be seen. I was embarrassed. Yeah. It was for beginners.
That's how they market it too.
Yeah. And so I went there, and that's how I started. You know what I mean? And I liked it. I instantly fell in love with it. You know what I mean? Because I saw results.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was based off of me pushing myself. And then after my first year at Planet, one of my homeboys told me, "Man, why the fuck you still going there? Come over here with me to Freedom." And I'm like, you know what? All right, fuck it. One of my homeboys from my hood was already working out.
Oh yeah.
But he was more knowledgeable on all the shit
than
I was. All I knew was go kill it. You know what I mean? He knew all the different aspects of all that. He's really great at that.
Yeah.
So I started going with him, and I thank God that I did, because that's where I met her, Erica.
Your wife?
Yeah, my wife.
Your wife.
First time I ever seen her. You know what I mean? Instantly fell in love with her. And I was like, okay, well, I'm glad I came here. You know what I mean? Like, even though I knew nothing of her, didn't know her, it led me to where my life is now.
So you switched your membership?
I cut that shit off quick. As soon as I saw her, it was over with. Yeah, I let that shit go. Yeah. I mean, I'm like, okay, now I gotta see this every day.
Yeah.
I gotta see her. And sure enough, started going there, seeing the time she came, what time she showed up, that she was gonna leave. My ass just hung out. You know what I mean? Like working out, doing all that shit. You know what I mean? Because she was there. So me changing my life led to where I'm at now. It led me to my wife, my children, my businesses. You know what I mean? Like that personal growth led me to this. So I'm grateful for it. You know what I mean? And after we were here, I started getting a little bit better at lifting weight, right? So started seeing results, started getting a little stronger on the bench press, started getting really good at the bench press at the time. And at the time, the guy that used to own this with me before we bought him out, we always knew of each other, but we didn't know each other.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he was into the weightlifting thing as well. And through social media, I would see him progressing on bench press. He would see me. And he's like, hey, dog, we should link up and work out together sometime. I'm like, shit, I'm cool. I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. So we started linking up. He was a little bit stronger than me at the time, better than me. And I mean, he always had me about 5 or 10 pounds and on the bench press. And, you know, by this time, me and her were already dating, right? But it took off pretty fast, me and her dating. And
but you meant for that to happen, right?
Oh yeah, like
you knew what you wanted.
Oh yeah, I pursued her. I pursued her instantly.
Going back to that friend, you said that you knew that was a homie. Do you feel like you had surpassed him at some point during your weight training, or kind of fell off, or like?
Well, my big homie that introduced me to the big guy.
No, the one that took you to Freedom Fitness.
Yeah, I surpassed him, right?
Yeah.
I was blessed, and I truly believe it was all part of God's plan and process, gifting me with that ability.
Yeah.
Because right before I got to Freedom, I had already got myself to a 385 bench.
Really? And that was with no training,
nothing,
nothing like that.
Nothing.
Just
pushing the weight, right? So I had already. There's a Rock shirt that they have, right?
Yeah.
Rocks has a shirt.
Yeah.
And it's their main logo on the shirt.
Yeah.
It's the bar. It's 3 wheels, a quarter, 10, 5, and I believe a cookie.
Yeah.
Right. So I started adding that up, and I'm like, is that what they consider strong? Which was 385. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start off trying to get to this 385.
Your goal came from a logo.
From a logo.
That's wild.
Yeah, so I said, I'm gonna shoot for that. If that's what they consider strong,
yeah,
then that's what I'm gonna shoot for.
Put me on a fucking t-shirt.
Like goddamn, like if that's what you consider strong, then that's what I want to be.
Yeah.
So I got to doing 385. I felt accomplished, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, but by that time I was already heavily addicted to the strength, to the power. So I'm like, you know what? We're gonna push it a little bit further.
Mm-hmm.
And by this time, this is when me and homie had already.
So you started getting counsel. And
stuff, you know what I'm saying? He started, hey, what's up? I see what you're doing. You're doing some good shit. Yeah. Let's link up. We'll get together. We'll start working out together. We'll get better together. Yeah. Like I said, he was a little bit better than me.
So you were posting your lifts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ugly as shit at the time. I didn't give a fuck what they looked like. All I know is I wanted to lift it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah, so there was no prettiness to it. No.
Yeah, it was just raw.
It was just raw, ugly.
No stand.
Get it by any means, one leg would shoot up. You know what I mean? Like it was just straight ugly. But I got it.
Yeah.
So he's like, by this time, he was already at 405. So I was playing catch up, which kept pushing me. So I'm like, you know what? He was already at 4 wheels. I'm like, fuck, I'm 15 pounds off. Sure enough, I got to 390. 390 turned into 4 wheels. I'm like, fuck, I'm benching 4 plates.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wonder how much further I can take it. And at this time, mind you, me and her already started talking and dating, right? So now she became my purpose to get all that much stronger because my wife had already been doing this for 20-something years.
Yeah.
So I had a good lead after because she knew the diet, she knew training, she knew all aspects of this because she'd been doing it 20 years.
And you started at 35, 36?
36.
36.
36. 35.
Yeah, because
and then, 1 year. And then when I turned 36, when I was getting ready to turn 36,
wow,
I met her.
Okay.
And well, just so happened to fall that mine and her birthdays are in July. Her birthday is July 2nd. My birthday is July 7th.
Oh, yeah.
And just coincidentally, it happened where God made it. My daughter's birthday July 6th, right?
Yeah, now y'all tripping.
Yeah, all the way to July now.
That's what's up.
So that's let me know this was God's plan.
Fucking party.
Then I mean, this was something bigger than me.
Yeah.
I didn't know it then.
Yeah.
I just knew that I was gifted with a talent. You know what I mean? To keep going.
Yeah.
And I was already in love with it. Honestly, man, this was the only thing I love that I could ever say that I love more than the dope game.
Yeah.
Which was pretty hard to overcome. I love the streets. I love hustling. This was the only thing that overrode that.
They say the best addicts become the best business person, the best and I'm talking about like addicts, like you're addicted to a drug or you're addicted to the gambling, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever is a vice, they become the best 2.0, 10.0 version of something else, your new life. Because you transferring that emotion, that energy into something good.
Yeah.
And then that's all you want to feel, right?
Yeah.
And you saying that, like, that I feel like that is true.
No,
like,
it is. Definitely and true. It goes hand in hand. And if there's a scientific study on it, you know what I mean? I believe that is very much true. You know what I mean? Shit, man. Like I said, I met her. We started dating. Linked up for our birthdays. She said, hey, let's celebrate our birthday together, which we did, right?
Yeah.
Celebrated our birthday. And after that, we never separated from each other's side.
That's crazy.
We stayed together every day. I moved in shortly with her after. And shortly after turned into 7 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's where we're at now. How we came about to where we're in this position. But me and him got some benching 405, right? And we had already been working out for a few months together. Yeah. And he tells me, hey man, let's do a competition. He was already benching 405 for 5 reps.
Yeah.
I was only doing it for 3. Well, my wife and I were getting ready to go on vacation to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
So we started running keto diet.
Yeah.
And I ran keto for 21 days. And I'm like, he's like, let's bet $100. Because I got to benching 405 for 5 reps. I finally caught up to him.
Yeah.
He's like, well, let's make a friendly bet. He's like, let's see who can bench 405 the most. Of course, he had a better advantage because he had already been doing this for a couple weeks ahead of me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm up for it. I'm never going to back down for a challenge, whether I get my ass whooped or not. You know, I was up for the challenge. So we went to benching 405, and mind you, I barely started going to Freedom for a few months. And he goes first, right? He benches 405 for 6 reps. I'm like, fuck.
Man, where'd that come from?
Yeah, I'm like, motherfucker, like you were sleeping on me, you were bullshitting, like,
damn.
You lured me in. I'm like, all right, cool, well, we're already here, got no choice but to do it, right? So it's my turn. I went to benching the 405. 1 rep, 2 rep, 3 rep, 4 reps, 5 reps, 6 reps. I tied it with him. I'm like, oh shit, I knew I still had more in the tank.
Damn.
So I went for 1 more rep. I got to 7, and I was just fucking mind blown. Like, holy shit. I probably could have kept going, but I got so excited that I had already won that I stopped and I just racked it. I stopped at 7. Damn. I got so excited, dog. Even my homeboy and everybody was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, where the fuck did that come from? I yell, because I'm loud, I'm rowdy, I talk shit. That's just my, my character. Yeah. Right? Fucking go crazy. The lady at the front desk comes running.
Oh, is that Freedom?
Yes, this is that Freedom. This is that Freedom, so you can't do that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I yell, the lady comes running. Hey, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, man, everything is fine. I just benched 405 for 7 reps. I'm a little excited. I'm sorry. And she's like, well, you can't do that in here. I'm like,
kind of like,
yeah, you trying to kill my vibe, my energy, my celebration. I'm like, did you not just hear what I said? I benched 405 for 7 reps. Like, I'm excited. Yeah. Sorry. So my homie tells me, you know what, dog? We should just open our own shit. I'm like, you know what? I'm with it if you're with it, homie. Yeah. Like, fuck it. He goes, who gives a, we were like, who gives a fuck if anybody comes to train there? At least we have our own place to train in peace how we want. Right? Because mind you, bro, like, we're tatted up, beard, bald. We don't look like your average, you know what I mean? Hood. Yeah, we look hood. We look, there's a certain look to us that people judge.
That's what it is.
And I was like, you know what, man? We need to create a place for motherfuckers like us to feel comfortable and train how we want without feeling like the oddball. So within 3 weeks, bro, started looking for a place. Found it. And just timing. It just happened to fall in the right order. There was a bunch of high schools closing down. They were building new ones.
Yeah.
Right? So they were selling all their old gym equipment at an auction.
That's wild.
So we're like, oh, this is definitely meant to be.
Yeah.
So we started bidding on all this equipment, right? Benches, racks, weights, everything. When we outbid the competitor, they were trying to be cheap and lowball.
Yeah.
So we outbid, so we got everything. We said, hey, we won.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, badass. So we started gathering up the manpower, right? Getting everything, putting everything up, setting up, painting the place, remodeling. And we're like, he's like, hey, man, we need to come up with a name.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't even thought about it.
We hadn't even thought of the name yet, right? Where one day we're at his house and we're talking and we're excited that we started buying all the shit. And he's like, we need to come up with a name. So me, I'm a convict, I'm a felon, right? So I started thinking quick. I'm like, okay, what suits us? What pertains to us, what applies to us. And I'm like, well, we always wanted to, when we thought about it, we're like, with all this, everything we build, we're going to build it off iron, straight steel, right? And in the penitentiary, all the motherfucker has to do is work out. And on the penitentiary, they call the yard the compound, right? So you got all the time in the world in your hands and absolutely nothing to do. The only thing to do is work out to pass your time.
At the compound.
On the compound.
And that's because most yards don't even have iron.
Yeah,
you gotta make your own shit.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know what? We're gonna call it Iron Compound. He's like, you know what? That's fucking badass. And that's how we came up with the name. We're gonna build this off of what we are, what society views. Convicted felon. Iron Compound is the name. And that's how we came up with the name, Doc.
Let's take a quick pause.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure the camera's good.
You're Perales? I am. I'm from Atlanta.
So the name was set.
Yeah. So that's how the name came about. Iron Compound.
This wasn't the first spot, was it? Or was it?
This is the first.
This is the first spot?
Yeah, this is the first spot.
For some reason I thought like it was.
No, this was
it. Warehouse or something. So y'all found this spot.
Yeah, this became the
spot.
The spot. Yeah, this became
that's crazy.
The main plant. You know what I mean? Like
that's crazy.
And even then, like if we grow, which we've been offered by people to franchise the name.
Really?
Right? Yeah. People have an offer, hey man, you mind if we would
take it out of corporate?
Yeah, you know. And I'm like, I'm all for it. We just haven't had enough time to sit down and discuss
the logistics.
Yes, of what
franchising.
Yeah,
that's a different beast.
Yeah,
because you're taking your name, you're giving it to somebody. It's like McDonald's. You're giving it to somebody, but you got to make sure they're running it
exactly the way you would.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it has to be like an internal thing. I personally, I think like an internal thing where someone's like, all right, I want to take this. I know how you operate. I know what it's like.
Yeah. Like this is our baby, bro. Like this is, you know, this brought me everything I have.
Yeah.
Right? Like this weight training shit, this lifting weights is becoming great at this.
Yeah.
When I left the streets, when I left the dope game and I put everything into this, this became my plan A, B, and C.
Yeah.
There was no backup plan. This was it. You know what I mean? When I found
did you know?
I had no idea this was even going to come.
What do you think would have came about? All right, you're doing good personal development. You know, you're making yourself better. You think it was already predestined to be like, all right, I'm going to be a gym owner, or I'm going to be, you know, pushing to my.
From my own point of view, no.
Could you be like in an office setting?
To me,
or like working with the city?
I don't know where I would be if it wasn't for this.
You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, if I did not pursue fitness, I'd probably still be in the streets. Because like I said, I love the streets that much. There was nothing more for me. There was nothing more I cared to be.
Mm-hmm.
I cared for nothing else other than that. My love for the streets was greater than anything I knew because that's what I was groomed for.
Yeah.
Right? So when I discovered this was the only thing that I could see that overrode that. So when it took me a little bit to really just make the decision to walk away from what I was doing.
Yeah.
Right? Because when C.T. Fletcher agreed to do my life story, right, and I talked with him and Kevin Hall Washington, they told me, hey man, like you're headed in another direction now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What was the time frame when you started 35, 36 to that point, C.T. Fletcher?
It was, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, honey? When we did my life story with C.T. Fletcher?
It was
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so
like I got
2023.
Yeah, I got real great at bench press, right?
Yeah.
Like I got to a certain number that most people will never ever achieve.
That's because you started at 35.
Yeah.
36.
I started late.
Yeah. most like in this, I'd say, well, some kids they're starting young.
Yeah.
You know, in high school, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody else personally. I don't know if you know that someone that starts at that time at that age.
Yeah.
And then moves up.
Yeah.
Like that.
Like you're already on your way down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was still progressing and climbing.
Yeah.
Right? So when I got to the 400 for that many reps, it eventually went to 425, 450, 475, right? And then somebody that I knew tried hating on me and shit on me. He's like, let me know when you get to 485. I'm like, hold that thought. You know what I mean? I'll be there. I came and got 485. I guess he tried to set a number so high that he thought I would never even achieve.
Damn, okay.
Right?
Might as well be 500.
I'm like, okay, I'm going to come get you 485.
Yeah.
Right? And I'll never forget this. My wife's like, babe, you're going to get to 500. And she told me this when I was at 400 pounds. I'm like, are you crazy? Like, I didn't see it in me at the time, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Half the time.
Yeah, so when she said, hey, you're going to be a 500-pound bencher and then some, in my mind, I'm like, damn, what do you see in me that I'm not seeing? But she saw it. I guess she saw the passion, the desire, the fire in me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The drive.
You'll never see it in yourself.
That's
right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
It takes being noticed from the outside looking in sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, we could be playing chess.
Yeah. But
the person sitting right here watching us play is going to see moves that you are not, I ain't seen.
That's right.
And it goes hand in hand.
The bird's eye view.
Yeah.
View, whatever
so she saw this ahead of time. She said, don't worry, you're going to get that 485. I got 485. I got 490. Next thing you know, dog, 500-pound bench. And I was like, holy fuck. First time I benched 500 was in my gym. First time I ever benched 500 was in our own gym. Benched it one time. After that, I was like, fuck. So then, like, we already started competing, right? And I took second place in my very first. He won, because he was always ahead of me at the time. He won first. I took second, but I took first in my division by age. And then it got to the point where I became the big bencher. You know what I mean? Like where it was 500. And when I got to 500, I was like, okay, if I'm planning on getting better, I got to hire a coach. So I started seeking outside
counsel.
Right? Yeah. But let me just rewind a little bit before we get into that. When I started pursuing the powerlifting thing, right? Mind you, I wasn't much to look at. I had no size, no definition, no look, no nothing. I just knew the desire was there, the passion was there, right? So I went to several people, bro. Several people seeking guidance. Hey man, where can I go to powerlift? Yeah. Hey, I started looking at powerlifting coaches here in town. Couldn't find nobody, right? Because I was new to it. So one time I went to Rocks, and I talked to one of the guys. I'm like, hey man, do y'all know any powerlifting gyms here? And they're like, yeah, well, the only one that we know is Iron Horse. And I'm like, okay, well, where's it at? They're like, well, they're not going to let you in. I'm like, why not? They're like, because it's by invite only. So there was kind of like raining on my parade before I could even get started. Yeah. I'm like, can you just give me the location or I'll go ask myself?
Yeah.
So they give me the location, right? I go over there, knock on the door, and they have a camera. I could hear them listening to the music in there jamming, working out. I could hear weights clanking. I'm looking at the camera. I'm knocking. I'm like, I know y'all see me. They didn't open the door for me. They left me and my wife outside.
Damn.
Right? Which was truly a blessing in disguise. It was the biggest blessing in disguise we probably could have ever had. Because by them not opening the door, it led to being Iron Compound being what it was.
Now. Yeah.
Being built.
Yeah.
I mean, so at the time I was a little fucked up by it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, because they didn't open the door. I'm like, goddamn. But it was really a blessing in disguise because it led to this.
That's right.
Our own shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I would like when I talked to you about it a few days back, it's like I remember coming in when I first started, and y'all were talking about like they want to do a merger or they want to do a collab.
Yeah, yeah.
The same gym.
Yeah.
That didn't let you train, and I'm sure during that time they're like, oh, you know what, it's all cool.
And
whatever.
it's like, damn, man.
But like you and knowing you, I don't think you did it like in a hateful kind of.
No, all it did was motivate me that much more. You know what I mean? Which I wasn't in God's plan. I wasn't destined to be a part of somebody.
Yeah.
I was destined to be my own entity.
That's right.
You know what I mean? To build something for the people of my kind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The motherfuckers that I looked down upon.
Yeah.
The ones that I found the outcasts, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Right? So I didn't take it as a bad thing. At first I was a little upset. But mind you, they were under a different management at the time.
Mm.
The guy that owns it now, the one that's running it now, very cool and very good.
Yeah.
And he was a part of it then, but he just wasn't running it.
Yeah, it was just different.
You know what I mean? At the time, it was ran by a group of individuals. So, and he's like, damn, D, when, you know, years later, I would come to him and I was like, had I known that you was out there and you was trying to, you know what I mean? I would have let you in.
Yeah.
Or I would have spoke to them about letting you in.
Yeah. But you're like, nah.
But it was like, nah, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because had they opened the door, I probably would have been a part of them.
Oh, okay.
I never would have been our own brand.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So I'm thankful for it. You know what I'm saying? It was something that was bigger than us, bigger than my comprehension at the time.
Yeah.
So it led to this becoming what it was. And here you have it, you know.
Y'all hosting, you know, people.
Hosting meets, collabing with some of the biggest names in the world.
Having people from other countries.
Yeah, having people like, it's turned into what it is now. You know what I mean? So I'm grateful for it. You know
That's
what I mean?
crazy. And I guess going back to what you're saying, you would like, did you have, like most people have goals to be the best, or like, I'm going to have this goal, I'm going to have, when nationals come, I'm going to be the spot. Or I'm going to, I mean, you had goals to you know, venture 5.
Yeah.
But as a business owner, because as a business owner, I can relate to like, okay, I'm going to have some goals. You know, I want to meet, they're called KPIs, you know, key performance indicators.
Yeah.
Where you're like, all right, I'm going to have so many people coming in, I'm going to have so much revenue. Did you ever think of this gym like that? Or it just pure creative?
When we opened and we had a lot of the hidden talent that started coming here, right? Me and my wife saw the potential of what we could be because of all the talent that we had here. The only thing was, our guys are not outspoken guys. They're very quiet, do their own thing. But when I saw what we had here,
you have to make something.
You know what I mean? I'm like, nah, this just ain't no fluke shit. This ain't coincidence. Like, this was a bigger plan set at hand.
Yeah.
That it was structured to be this. Have some of the biggest benchers, deadlift squatters in under one roof. You know what I mean? And it's like, hold on, man. We got to do something with this. And my wife's like, babe, let's, you know, proceed and push it. So that's when we started collabing with some of the biggest and strongest names in the game, you know, doing YouTube videos and doing what we did with them, because it's like, my guys deserve the notoriety they deserve, because these fools are killers. Yep. They're just not killers for camera. They're killers for personal growth.
Yeah, for themselves.
You know what I mean? This deserves to be seen.
Yeah.
This needs to be. You know what I mean?
So y'all set the setting. Y'all made
so we provided the place. They just had the talent. We just wanted to put it on a bigger scale and take Iron Compound not just citywide, but state, nationally, and globally eventually.
Yeah.
Which it got to that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And eventually got there. It took some years. It took work, dedication, but we finally got there. You know what I mean?
That's awesome, dude. That's crazy. How just you wanted to be better turned into all this.
Yeah.
You know.
Like I said, it saved my life, man. That's why I pursued it so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It saved my life. Without it, I don't know where I'd be. Like, let's say I was forced to stop today, I don't know what I would be doing. I'd probably go crazy.
I think you still be doing it.
You know what I mean? Like my stubborn self, probably would. You know what I mean?
Find a way.
Yeah, when there's a will, there's a way. You know what I mean? Like I would definitely, but without it, I don't know what I would be doing. You know what I mean? Like honestly.
Do you think fitness or just personal development itself help you be a good dad?
Oh yeah.
Better husband?
Definitely. It helped groom me and mold me to what I am. You know what I mean? Not only for myself, but to show my children that giving up isn't an option. I want my kids to be somebody that, hey, my dad's a superhero. You know what I mean? Just, hey, my dad never gave up a day in his life. I want them to learn that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's taking place. It's really taking course. My daughter's, into gymnastics. My son sees me doing push-ups or whatever, he'll go mimic what I'm doing. My daughter sees my meal preps, and they're 5 and 6 years old, right? They'll see me eating my meal preps that my wife provides.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy's that healthy? Yes. My daughter's doing it now. She wants to eat healthy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She'll eat egg whites. You know what I mean? Yeah. My son will eat chicken, steak, rice.
Yeah.
He eats what I eat. You know what I mean? So that's something that came from this. You know what I mean?
The good habits.
Oh yeah, very much so, man. So like I said, it's bigger than what it seems at times. It's more than just coming into the gym and lifting weights. It provides structure, discipline. You know what I mean? Just a daily balance of life. You know what I mean?
And you're able to pass that on.
Oh yeah.
Like once you learn that, because your old life is what you knew.
Yeah.
That's all you knew.
Yeah.
Second life, like you created, you're able to pass that on. And most people don't get that. You know what I'm saying? Like they end up their lives the way they came in.
Yeah.
Or like the way it started, the way that I call it programming.
Yeah.
You have to override your programming to create that new person. You gotta you gotta override all that shit. So I can relate to that, man. That the space that y'all created, it's something else,
Yeah, man. It's like we've already been doing this 7 years, and it still blows my mind and amazes me that we would walk into this place at times to know that what it's turned to.
Yeah.
That, dang, this is yours. You actually own this. You know what I mean? Like most people who are in the fitness industry, they all had some thought or notion in their mind at one time of what it would be like to own their own gym.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even before I even got this, it's crossed my mind. Never thought about pursuing it.
Yeah.
But eventually it comes to somebody's mind at one point to where, man, I wonder what it would be like to be a gym owner to have my own shit one day. You know what I mean? And we actually did that.
I can relate to that. For some reason, it's just like going to different gyms and then like, this being my home gym, right? But going to different gyms is like, you want to put your little creative aspect into like, oh, this is cool, this will be here. Like, I can relate to that. That's crazy.
So, I mean, like I said, it's a blessing, bro. It still shocks me to this day to what it's turned into, what it's still continuing to grow into.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're getting ready to open the second part of it. We've been propositioned to be bought out. Wow. Somebody offered to buy us out.
Yeah.
And we turned it down.
I think that's the right move.
They offered us 6 figures one time.
Yeah.
To buy it.
Yeah.
Right? They did their little homework and saw what we were generating in revenue and sales and things like that. And they're like, hey, you got somebody that's interested in buying your business. I'm I'm like, and never was gonna do it, but just out of curiosity, I'm like, okay, well, what are they offering?
Yeah, because you want to, like you said, outside view. You want to see what.
I want to see what we produced, what we created.
Yeah.
And then, hey, well, they're offering 6 figures, and I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, and I said, hey, babe, like she heard it, and I'm like, well, let me get back to you. Let me discuss it with my wife. And I'm like, did you hear that? They're like, yeah. She's like, they offered 6 figures, but they were trying to buy the name.
Yeah,
the rights to the merch, the brand, everything. They would have took over everything. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And this is everything to us, to my wife. This is her baby. You know what I mean? Like, she's like, I don't think I could do it. I'm like, I know you couldn't. Yeah. Especially when we put into it. When we got this place, through both pregnancies, building it up to what it was, we were on our hands and knees. She was here with me. You know what I mean? Pregnant as shit. On our hands and knees, scrubbing shit out the toilets, mopping the floors, scrubbing the walls, like putting in the time and effort daily to build it to what it was. I'm like, I don't think we could ever. But it just let us know how far along we came and where it's headed. And I'm like, damn, if you're offering me 6 figures now for the name, imagine what we could turn it into. You know what I mean? If we just keep going.
7 years down.
You know what I mean?
5 years.
Yeah, and we did all this. This offer was made to us last year. You know what I mean? So, that's crazy. I mean, it's only getting better. I mean, you witnessed it. You've seen firsthand what it's turning into.
Yeah.
We thought about opening the second one, but instead of moving, we're just going to make this one bigger.
Knock the walls down.
It's time to knock the wall down.
Knock the walls down.
The wall's been up long enough.
For real.
It's time to open up. It's time to make this place bigger. You know what I mean? And right now we're operating off of just 2,300 square feet.
Yeah.
When we open up the wall, it's going to turn it into 5,000. Which is pretty decent space. You know what I mean? And it'll put us in a different aspect business-wise. We'll be able to do a lot more things out of it because of that. You know what I mean? Hosting meets, hosting events. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's definitely growing, man, and I'm glad that we never put a price tag on what we built. You know what I mean? To anybody that's building their brand or building their name, pursue it. Don't stop. Don't give up. Because I'm living proof that it can be done. You know what I mean? Like, all you have to do is just keep chasing. Don't get me wrong, you're going to have slow points.
Yep.
Dead times. It just comes with the territory.
Highs and lows.
You know what I mean? But it's just like anything else. What you put out is what you're going to get back. You know what I mean? And that's why we push so hard. That's why we stay in the media. You know what I mean? We stay doing something. We stay hosting some kind of event tied in.
You stay active.
Yeah, we stay active. We stay active in the movement. I mean, it's got to the point where now they're hosting meets in our gym name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not just one federation, multiple. You know what I mean? The USPA was the first one.
That's crazy.
To ever give us a meet in our name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Another place is the USPC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Another federation.
Mm-hmm.
We've been blessed and to be able to work with the APA as well, hosting meets out of our place. You know what I mean? So it's definitely growing, man. You know what I mean? It's like I said, it was just all based off what you're putting in, man. The brotherhood that we built with our guys, trusting in one another, pushing each other. That's what's really got us where we're at, man. So anybody if I can do it, you can.
That's for real.
Yeah.
That's real shit, dude. Daniel, Erica, y'all made this place what it is, and I like coming here.
I appreciate
it's helped me out. It's helped me out a lot.
Thank you, man.
Starting
Yeah. I appreciate the opportunity that you gave me to do this. You know what I mean? It means the world to us when we get offered or asked to do these things. You know what I mean? Because we're not in it for us no more. We have a, I guess you would say,
obligation.
An obligation. You know what I mean? To pass on what we've learned and help others grow and aspire to become what they want to through this.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah. That's why I'm excited to share this.
Yeah, thank you, man. You know what I mean? For allowing us to do this. It means the world to us. So appreciate it. Well,